Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unexpected dance scenes in comedies.
Let's get this party started right!
Right on!
Come on! You make my dreams come true.
For this list, we're looking at funny movies that surprised us with an unanticipated dance number. Which of these is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. No Dames. Hail Caesar.
We are heading out to sea, and however it'll be, it ain't gonna be the same.
In this Coen Brothers crime comedy about 1950s Hollywood, Channing Tatum plays a Gene Kelly-esque character named Bert Gurney. In the movie within the movie, he performs a song and dance number inspired by movies like On the Town and the tap dancing skills of Donald O'Connor. Initially, this scene was intended to be much shorter, but turned into a 6-minute sequence supported by real Broadway dancers.
Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hey. Oh, come on. All right.
Tatum had never tapped before, and had just 3 months to learn what most people learn in a decade. He's a natural, though, and nails Christopher Gattelli's choreography. It's one of the movie's standout moments, and a memorable surprise for audiences.
This place looks open!
Number 9. Dance Off at the Prom. She's All That.
Let's dance.
Alright, show me now!
Nothing says 90s teen flick more than She's All That. And what does a movie rife with teen rom-com cliches need? A choreographed prom dance routine to Fatboy Slim's The Rockefeller Skank, guided by MC Usher. Even the cast was surprised when they found out they'd be dancing, as it did not appear in the original script. However, they needed to flesh out the prom scene.
Alright, fellas, take it!
So co-producer Jennifer Gibgot called her brother Adam Shankman, now of Hairspray fame, to choreograph. In typical 90s teen comedy fashion, this moment is super indulgent and completely unrealistic. In other words, the epitome of its genre. Number 8. The opening credits. Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee's opening credits have become a talking point of his movies over the years. However, it's Rosie Perez dancing to Public Enemy's Fight the Power that particularly stands out.
Fight the power! Fight the power!
According to Lee, this dance draws inspiration from the title number of the 1963 movie musical Bye Bye Birdie. It provides exposition for both the film's Brooklyn setting and themes of heightened racial tensions.
Fight the power! We've gotta fight the powers that be!
Supposedly, Lee got Perez to repeat the dance until she was exhausted and pretty mad. She's since joked that she still hasn't forgiven him for pushing her so hard. However, together, they created a piece of cinematic history. Number 7. Rain on the Roof. Paddington 2.
Listen to the rain on the roof go pit-pitty-pat, pit-pitty-pat.
After the movie's villain, Phoenix Buchanan, is sentenced to 10 years in prison, the judge advises him to use his time wisely. And there's no better use of time for a thespian than putting on a show-stopping number with his fellow inmates. The uplifting, jazzy ending is just the cherry on top of a lovable movie. Given Hugh Grant's previous on-screen dance experience, this performance comes as a delightful surprise.
Rain, rain, don't go away, fill up the sky.
Especially when you know that he had just 4 weeks with choreographer Craig Revel Horwood to learn how to tap. This end credit scene never fails to put a smile on our faces.
Listen quick to the lovely rain.
Number 6. Super Freak. Little Miss Sunshine. Young Olive's risque moves at the Little Miss Sunshine pageant took us all by surprise, especially since she says that she learned her moves from her grandfather. Dancing to Super Freak, Olive easily outdances the competition thanks to her unrivaled enthusiasm, even if her performance does shock the pageant audience. In an interview with Yahoo Entertainment, Abigail Breslin, who was just 10 years old at the time, recalled having a great time while shooting this scene. The best part is when her family shows their support by dancing with her on stage. If it were up to us, she definitely would have won. Number 5. The final scene. The 40-Year-Old Virgin. If you aren't familiar with this movie, the title pretty much sums it up. The climax occurs right at the end when Andy, played by Steve Carell, well, you know. But just how do you express how it feels sleeping with the person you love for the first time? You sing about it, of course.
When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
It was actually Carell who came up with the idea for his character to sing. We're glad that they ran with it because it led to this awesome ensemble number with stellar performances from the whole cast.
No more fossils or derisions, golden living dreams of visions,
Mystic crystal revelations and the mind's true liberation.
Aquarius.
We might not have seen it coming, but it truly was the perfect ending. Number 4. You Make My Dreams. 500 Days of Summer. This movie took all the rom-com tropes and turned them on their head, and this scene is a perfect example. The events of the night before are left to our imaginations, but the following morning, Tom is in a state of giddy bliss. Dancing to the Hall & Oates track, Tom finds himself in an elaborate and pretty full-on dance number, reminiscent of those you might see in a musical. He has backing dancers, a marching band, and even a Disney-esque cartoon bluebird. Tom's happy dance is one of the movie's major highlights. If we had to describe it, we'd call it adorable and charming. Number 3. Backstreet Boys ending. This is the end. A movie that focuses on caricatured versions of its stars during an apocalypse needed an ending worthy of its bizarre premise.
Make a wish. Anything you can think of.
Anything?
So once they arrive in heaven, where all your wishes come true, Jay Baruchel wishes for the Backstreet Boys. And really, we couldn't think of a more fitting ending for this film than seeing everyone dance to the boy band's 1997 hit Everybody Backstreet's Back. The cast had a very limited time to learn the iconic choreography, but they still surprised us all with their unforgettable performance. It might be the end of the world, but Backstreet's back all right. Number 2. Thriller. 13 going on 30. Every generation has that iconic dance that they memorized as kids. If, like Jenna, you grew up in the 80s, then that was likely Michael Jackson's Thriller. Jenna livens up Poise's snooze fest party with an impromptu performance mirroring Jackson's famous moves from the music video. And it gets everyone else on their feet too. Reportedly, Mark Ruffalo was as reluctant as Maddie to perform the dance. And the director, Gary Winnick, was initially against including any dance number at all. It's an entertaining and amusing scene that reminds us that we shouldn't always take ourselves so seriously. We can't imagine this movie without it. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Dancing in the Library, The Breakfast Club. What else are you meant to do during detention? The Prime Minister Jumps. Love Actually. Hugh Grant dreaded performing this delightfully cringy scene. Canned Heat. Napoleon Dynamite. If you don't support your buddies through dance, are you even really friends? The Dance Off. Girls Trip. There's no battle quite like a dance battle.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Gutter Balls. The Big Lebowski.
I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in.
This is probably the last place you'd expect to find a Busby Berkeley-esque dance number, yet here we are. In the movie's second trippy dream sequence, the dude stars in his own bowling-themed adult movie with Julianne Moore's Maude playing the Gutterball Viking.
I watched myself crawling out as I was crawling in.
Lebowski impressively struts his way down the stairs toward her and the ensemble of bowling pin-clad showgirls below.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
The Coen brothers classically love to include moments that will surprise their audiences. However, even by their standards, this was surreal and unexpected. Nevertheless, you cannot even mention The Big Lebowski without immediately thinking of this surprise dance sequence.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.